Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel CrackZat Turning Problems into Solutions. This is me Priyasha Das, and today in this video we will be discussing about the golden rule number 6 for the reading comprehensions. The topic would be focused on meaning of the punctuations. So right now on your screen you can see three different punctuations on the screen. Punctuation number 1 is the colon, which actually helps us to understand or depict a list of items. Like whenever I say, today I did colon all the things which I completed in the day. Similarly, the next one is semicolon, which is basically an extension of an idea. For example, if I say that today I was working semicolon, and then you can just extend the idea of where were you working, how were you working, etc., etc. So these kind of extensions can be actually written with the help of semicolons. Moving to the last one on the screen right now, which is dash. So dash is generally given to sort examples like today we had a lot of food, dash the name of all the items which you had. So these punctuations are really important with respect to the reading comprehensions. Now, what I'm going to teach you today, I would be taking a small example to make the concept clear, and then I would tell you how would you actually get it in the real examination paper. So let's take the first example. The example says Robert needs to eat healthy food like salad, healthy vegetable drinks, soups, dash to keep his diabetes under control. So this is a small sentence anyhow, so no one will actually lose the context or the idea while reading this. But can you spot out what are the items written within this dash? You can easily spot out that whatever is written within the dash is basically an example of the healthy foods which we are talking about. Now, this means in itself that what we wrote above, that this particular punctuation is used to sort out examples. Here is the example of this example, which says Robert needs to eat healthy food. So, what's the main idea here? What is something that you can understand from this? That Robert needs to eat the healthy foods so that he can keep his diabetes under control. This is the key idea, and this is the main context. But what happens in the case of real RCs? In real RCs, they would give you examples or the list of items or the extension of the idea, which would be in itself 5 lines long. The examples which would be written would be 5 to 7 lines long, which will actually make the entire passage so boring that you will lose the context and the key idea of what you were actually reading. So what does this rule actually talks about? This rule says that whenever you see the following punctuations, you see I have used a colon here to list down the examples. The punctuations which I am using over here is semicolon, colon and dash. So whenever you see these kind of punctuations, the rule number 6 says understand either what comes before this punctuation mark or try to understand what comes after this punctuation mark just to save time. If I just go back and show you the example, what I meant from this rule is that just in order to save your time, either focus the first part of the sentence, which is Robert needs to eat healthy food, so that you get the idea. And in case you are not able to understand the first part or the part which comes before the punctuation, then read the part which comes after the punctuation to understand the context. Now, I'll give you a real RC example orally. Imagine you get a political RC in which we are talking about this. The government is planning to bring new schemes, and then it gives dash and gives you all the long examples of the scheme like women empowerment, building up new government schools, increasing the pay of the government officials, investing more money in the defense. and something which is not really going to happen, I think. But anyways, reducing the prices of the fuels, etc., etc. So all these schemes which the government is going to launch will be written as an example using these three punctuation marks. So what will happen is that these examples will occupy 5 to 7 lines of your real RC. And while you're reading all these examples, you would be so bored that you would actually lose the context of the passage, or you would lose the main idea of what we are talking about. So the learning from this video is that whenever you see these kind of punctuations in your RCs, just focus on the part before it or after it and try to ignore the examples because they are of seriously no use. So this will cut down the time in reading and understanding the RC and will help you to get the answers accurately and in a much faster time. So if you did like this video, don't hesitate to hit that like button. Also comment below if you find it useful and share it with your friends. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel because this channel uploads videos regularly. So stay tuned for more videos. Until we meet again, please take care and thanks for watching.